So, tell me about yourself.
I registered for brand new hip-hop dancing class. I have a feeling that I might be very good at that. Yes, life is amazing. I love my life. Yes.
So, tell me about yourself.
I love baking. It's my passion. I can do it all day long, all weekends, all night, just baking different kinds of cakes, like chocolate chips, lemon pie, strawberry pie, birthday cake, you name it, I will bake them, I want to eat them, I want to serve them to other people. I love it so.
So, tell me about yourself.
I'm actually really nice. I can be cute too. Cute too. I'm actually really nice.
So you submitted your resume for a potential job opportunity and you waited and waited and waited patiently. And finally that phone call came and you got the phone and you're now sitting across your interviewer. The owner, HR director, or the hiring manager sit across from you. He or she smiles at you and asks you the very first question of the interview. Tell me about yourself. You get nervous and you don't know what to say.
Oh no! What should I do?
Has that ever happened to you? If it has, leave a comment below and let me know. Now, you see, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And in most cases, the owner or the hiring manager or the HR director makes the decision of hiring within the first 5 minutes of meeting with you. So you want to make sure that you're prepared and you put your best foot forward for your interview. So today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips to answer the question, tell me about yourself from the perspective of a business owner, so that you know exactly what to look out for to nail your next interview. So stay tuned. Hello, this is Millie Leung from Shine to Impact TV. I share an awesome episode every single week to help you build a business and a life that you truly love. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so how do you answer the question, tell me about yourself in a job interview? So here's a little behind the scenes for you. The reason why the interviewer is asking you the question, tell me about yourself, is because they are not just sitting there all day waiting for you to come in for the interview. The owner, the hiring manager, or the HR director is very busy with their own work. They're going from meeting to meeting, focusing their own work and focusing on the deadlines, and meeting with different candidates for the position that they're hiring. So chances are that you are not the only person that they're meeting for the day or for the position. So it is very unlikely that they'll remember exactly what you put on your resume, and that is why the question, tell me about yourself, is usually one of the very first questions they ask you in an interview. They want to get to know you quickly, and this question, tell me about yourself, helps them to screen out the potential candidates quickly. So you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself right and offering the right information. Okay, so let's dive right into tip number 1. Tip number 1, what's in it for them? Now, just because they asked you the question, tell me about yourself, they're not actually asking about your whole life story. They're not asking about your parents, your baby, your dog, or your cat, or every single tiny detail about your childhood. It is not about that. So please don't spend the next 15 or 20 minutes go on and on and on talking about random and trivial things about your life, because that is really not the point of what they want to know. Now, from now on, when you hear the question, tell me about yourself, I want you to have a mental shift and start to think about the value you bring to the table and the problems you can solve for the company. They want to know what is in it for them. This is an opportunity for you to highlight your experience, your credentials, your qualifications, and your credibility, and how you can tie those back to you adding value and solving problems for their company. As much as possible, you want to quantify the value that you're bringing. Let me give you an example. Say if you're applying for a videographer and editor position, this is what you don't want to do.
Oh, I started learning about video editing about 3 years ago. I wasn't sure if I would like it, but I ended up playing with it and I quite liked it. Then I ended up taking some classes, and then just added some videos and put them on my YouTube, and it has been fun. But now, I want some more stable income, so I'm starting to look out for an employer. That way, I can get a more stable income and also maybe more benefits and more exposure to work on different projects. Plus, sometimes it is boring for me to work alone. So it would be nice to have someone to work with whom I can learn from as well.
Do you hear the problem with that? You're talking about me, and me. And that is absolutely not what the employer wants to hear. Instead, you need to focus on what is in it for them. Now, here is a script of what you should say instead. I'm a professional videographer and video editor, and I specialize in helping companies, small business owners, and entrepreneurs film and produce high-quality, engaging, and high-converting videos. In the last 3 years, I worked with clients across different industries. And through my videos, I was able to help many of my clients increase the lead generation by 200% in 60 days. I've included a list of the companies and the references in my resume. Do you see the difference? You're highlighting your experience, your credential, your qualifications, and you're quantifying those with numbers for your potential employer. Now, if you don't have the exact experience they're looking for, you want to make sure that you find a commonality between your past experience and what they're looking for, and then highlight that connection. For example, say if you were a customer service representative before and you're looking for a sales position, you could say something like, I'm a customer-facing professional with relationship building experience. So customer-facing professional and relationship building experience is a connection point to the sales position that you're applying for. Or say if you were a virtual assistant before and you're now looking for a social media marketing position, you could say that you handle content research, social media post creation, and hashtag research for your past clients if that's what you did before. And you want to highlight those relevant experience and qualifications as the connection point to your social media position that you're applying for. Now you need to understand what they're looking for, and then always tie back your credential, qualification, experience, and credibility to what they are looking for. You want to explicitly tell the interviewers that you know what role they're hiring, and also tell them why you're the right fit for the company. Tell them directly and make it obvious, because this helps the interviewer and make the jobs easier. Remember, they're not just interviewing you. They're meeting with a few people, or sometimes more than a few people. So you don't want to have to make your interviewer guess your answer or guess how your credential, qualification, and experience tie back to what exactly they need. Alright, so now let's go to tip number 2. Tip number 2, ask them a question. Now, at the end of your answer, you want to ask a question, because whoever asks a question controls the conversation. Remember that when you're interviewing, it is not just the employer choosing you. It is also you are choosing the right employer. Because let's face it, unless you're somebody who's looking to switch jobs every few months, otherwise you want to make sure that you're finding the right company that has the right culture and vision, and that you're the right fit. So you do want to ask them questions. So going back to the previous example, you can say something like, what I'm looking for is a company that I can add value to, and also to produce a positive return on investment with my videography and video editing skills. And I look forward to join a strong team that has a great vision and also make an impact in this world at the same time. Can you tell me if your company XYZ is also looking for this? By you asking that question, it helps you to highlight what you're looking for to the interviewer, and the answers will help you to also understand if they're the right fit for you as well. Remember, the interview process is a two-way street. You should use this opportunity to get to know the company and your potential employer as well. Okay, now let's move on to tip number 3. Tip number 3, practice, practice, practice. Yep, you know this question of tell me about yourself is coming at you at the interview, and you don't want to leave it to chance. Like I said at the beginning of this video, in most cases, the interviewer will make a decision whether they're hiring you or not within the first 5 minutes. So you want to make sure that you're starting off strong and leave a great first impression. So practice, practice, practice. Write out your answers, practice them, and memorize them. Read out loud your answers as if you're talking to the interviewer and make sure that your posture is right and you sound natural too. The more prepared you are for the interview, the more confident and relaxed you feel during the interview. I can tell you from being a business owner myself and coaching and working with many business owners, when we interview, we want to hire the right individuals. We don't want to spend hours and hours and hours looking through resumes and hours and hours and hours interviewing people. So if you as the interviewee is well prepared and apply these 3 tips I just shared, not just that it will make your interviewing process smoother and more pleasant and increase your chance of getting the position, it will also be a big help for your potential employer as well. So there you have it, my 3 tips to answer the question, tell me about yourself at an interview. Now, let me give you some additional resources. If you want to turn your passion into an income, check out this previous episode. I'll put the link below this video too. If you like this video, please like this video and share it with your friends too. I share an awesome episode every single week to help you build a business and a life that you truly love. You have a special gift in you. Believe in yourself and shine and impact the world in a bigger way. Remember, dream big, start small, and act now. With that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye for now. Subscribe and hit the bell.